Hi, welcome to this week's video. Today I had a different topic in mind other than the artwork that I'm going to be drawing. I wanted to talk about the topic of feeling I wanted to talk about the topic of feeling like an imposter as an artist. I don't know how many of you picked up art at a later age in your life after following a different dream or a different career path earlier on. Personally, I started drawing at an early age. I really loved it, and one of the most vivid memories that I have is taking a Scooby-Doo picture book, then putting it there and taking one of these cheap printer papers on the side and then just drawing what I could see and drawing those shades and shapes. I wish I still had some of that, but I really don't. I think my mom threw them all away. And growing up, I always had a dream to be not really an animator, but somebody who worked at Disney. All that I knew was that I wanted to draw, and I could see cartoons, and I could see that whoever makes cartoons clearly draws for a living. So that's what I wanted to do. I did not care that maybe I'd have to learn how to use a computer or how to use some software. These are all things I found out later on. But all I knew is that I wanted to draw. So going into high school, particularly university, after finishing high school, in the country that I'm in, art isn't taken to be such a serious thing. I'm sorry, there are kids playing outside if you can hear them laughing really loudly. Art isn't taken to be a serious thing. So finishing high school, everybody would ask, so what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do in university? I thought that I knew I wanted to draw. So I thought that civil engineering is all about drawing houses. Yes, this is somebody who's 18 years old and extremely dumb. She did not even Google to see what she was getting herself into. So what did I do? I chose civil engineering. It would have been better if I would have chosen architecture, but that's how dumb I was. So, what I knew in my heart is that if I could go to university and actually just learn how to draw, like do fine art as a course or just do something in relation to art, I would be really happy. But who would accept that? And I know that it may be said that you're doing it for you, it's your life, but that's not how things are where I grew up or in my country. Like it's really rare to find somebody who does art for a living and actually makes something out of it, makes something of themselves. So it was just a whole series of pushing it off and just tamping it down and just doing what you need to do to I don't even know how to put it, just doing what is expected of you to move on with your life. So I've been struggling with this layer for the past I don't know, like 15 minutes. Then I've just realized I was drawing it on the same layer that I'd already painted on, and with this brush, with a dry brush, it's better when you just do it on a new layer. So I was just wondering, why is this not working? What is wrong? What is wrong? Now I know. So yeah, my bad. Flashback to just, I think 3-4 years ago, I just couldn't take it anymore. And that's when I started drawing again after about 10 years of not drawing at all. Maybe just scribbling something when you're talking on the phone on a piece of paper, or I don't know, or like just drawing the boxes of like the foundation drawings when in civil engineering. That's when I started drawing again and kids are laughing really loudly. But that's when I started again, and it was one of the happiest times in my life, just regaining back the joy that I had for art. So maybe the question that I phrased it was wrong. Maybe it's not, how do you feel like you're an imposter? Editing here, how do you feel like you're an imposter? I meant, do you feel like you're an imposter? Really? But do you feel like there is this judgment towards you and your art? And is art your main source of income? Is it something you do just because you love it? Because I do art because I love it, even though one day it might never bring me money and I'm just doing it, and even if one day it will actually end up bringing me money, I'm just doing it because I love it. So I don't know what the perception towards art is in your country. Maybe in the western western countries, westernized world, maybe their art is seen to be more of a serious thing, but over here that's not really the case. And I'm just really curious to hear how things are where you are from. This video took me a really long time to decide whether I'm going to make it or not, because these are just thoughts that have been they've just been on my mind all the time as I draw and as I do what I do. And these are questions that I keep on getting, like, so what do you expect to do with this? Is this the direction you want your life to go into or in? I don't know. So I'm curious to hear, and I hope you're enjoying watching along to the drawing that I'm doing right now. This is a portrait of one of my closest friends. She is extremely beautiful, and she did me the honors of sending me her photo because I really liked it, like with a what do you call this thing that people wear, with her muffin on her head and the fringe. She's just looking so high, so hip, because she is hip, I mean. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying watching along to it. Yeah, so I guess this part of the voiceover is done, but yeah, comment down below and let me know, is it just me? Am I just in my head? Or are these things that I only experience by myself? Because I know I'm not the only one who experiences these kinds of questions and is asked these kinds of things. So let me know down below. Cheers. And before you click off, because I know you're thinking of clicking off, don't you do that. This painting is nowhere close to being done, because you'll see. It's the next day and I'm editing as I listen to one of my favorite authors, Sarah J. Maas, with her new book. Ugh, just brilliant. And I realized that there are a few things I didn't do. Like she doesn't have eyebrows, and the painting looks a lot plain. So guess who's back to the drawing board again? Me. It's back to the drawing board again. Well, I think this is much better. I fully approve.